All right. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a long time going, hence why I uploaded a update video explaining how busy I've been. So I did internship for school. I was also working. And I tried filming a video when I was on vacation, but it didn't work out too well. So here we are. And I was saying to myself, if I have time after my first week of school to film a video, I would. So here we are. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about my second semester in the BACTEP program. It was, I'd say it was kind of a little more difficult than my first semester. I was taking 5 classes, so Animal Care Management 2, Animal Disease 1, Pharmacology, Veterinary Clinical Pathology, and Veterinary Office Procedures. So Animal Care Management 2 was just basically a continuation of Animal Care Management 1, but we were learning more skills, so sedating animals, physical exams, performing injections, blood draws, all that great stuff, and sub-Q fluids. For the large animal portion, we did take 2 field trips. The first one was to the UW swine facility in Arlington, where we took a tour and got to do a necropsy on a pig. And then we went to a room with the piglets, like couple-day-old piglets. We cut their needle teeth, gave them an injection. I don't remember what it was because it's been so long ago. And then we docked their tails, and if they were a male, castrate. I had a female, so I did not get to castrate, which was fine with me. And then we moved on to another room, which had older piglets separated from their moms. And we did a jugular blood draw. And then went to another room where we did an activity where we had 5 bigger pigs in a pen, and we had to decide which 2 were the smallest, which 2 were the biggest, based on weight by looking at them, and then which one was in the middle. So, and then after we spray painted the top with the 2 that were the biggest, 2 that were the smallest, the one we just left alone. We had to wrangle them up and get them down the hallway to the weigh room, which was pretty fun and interesting. It was fun to see them run down the hallway because they are in these pens, little pens together, which can't be fun. And me and my partner were right on our guesses, so that was pretty cool. Our second field trip, we went to a sheep facility where we did physical exams on sheep, and we actually had to rump the sheep. For me, that was kind of difficult because I'm only 5'1", weighing only about 130 pounds, and I'm the smallest in our class. It only took a couple times, and only a couple times for the sheep to fall on top of me, but I got it. We were fine. We ended up trimming the hooves, giving a sub-Q injection, and doing a jugular blood draw. After we were done with all that, there was a sheep in the next pen that was lambing, and we got to see that, and she gave birth to twins, which was pretty cool to see. And then we brought them back to another room where it was just the mom and the lambs, how many offspring they had with them together in a pen. And we got to look at that, see all the baby lambs, and we went across the street to a lot more sheep, more lambs. There was a pen of lambs that had ORF. If you don't know what ORF is, it's lesions on the lips, which is very painful. It is spread to sheep, goat to goat, and it can be spread to us. So it is zoonotic. That is if we don't have good hygiene, washing our hands. We didn't touch them, but we still washed our hands anyways. And then the rest of the large animal portion, we sedated our horses and cows that we had on campus in the barn. And we did the same thing, blood draws, PEs, injections, all that good stuff. When they weren't sedated, the horses, we did oral meds, which was just applesauce in a syringe to practice. And then we did the balling gun. Yeah. Balling gun? Yeah. For the cows. And then the goats, we did not sedate. We did them fully awake, practicing injections, IM, sub-Q. And then, of course, oral meds, which was just water. Inside, on dogs and cats, we practiced our normal skills that we learned last semester and a couple newer skills, so sub-Q fluids, oral meds, all that stuff. And then we got to sedate a dog and a cat to perform blood draws. We did PEs, which was new to us. So we had a PE form that we had to fill out, an anesthesia log, and a recovery form. So a lot of paperwork, but we got it done. Our cat was pretty easy for the whole thing. Our dog, not so much, because he had neurological issues. He got shot in the back of the neck. So it was harder for him to wake up, but we got through it. So basically animal care management was pretty fun. Animal disease, basically just a lecture, no lab or anything. So we had a lecture about all different diseases. So for example, Lyme disease, rabies, Campylobacter, leptospirosis, etc. Pharmacology was just learning how to calculate doses, correct doses for a patient, setting a drip rate. There's a fly in here. Setting a drip rate, finding out how much fluids an animal is gonna get over an hour period, examples like that. So that was pretty fun to do too, kind of boring. And my favorite class of all, veterinary clinical pathology, which killed me. It was a lot. The instructor is pretty hardcore. And so with that, we did fecals, blood samples, urine samples. We didn't really do much of like ear swabs or anything. I think we only did a little bit of it, but that's it. So fecals, we were going over like how many ways you can do fecals. So fecal tector, ovotector, Wisconsin, double centrifugal, all that stuff. And looking for endoparasites, which I found was pretty interesting and fun because I thought looking for parasites was pretty cool. And then we focused more on ectoparasites, so fleas, ticks, mites, lice. So we did stuff that to try to find that. And then looking for yeast, bacteria in the ears. And then we looked at, I think we plated some agar plates with a specific organism. So I had strep, for example, and that was pretty cool to plate and do that. Blood was a little bit more difficult making the blood smear. I struggled with that. But looking at the neutrophils and all that stuff was pretty cool. And then urine. We only got to do a little bit of urine. That was kind of cool to look at. So for each thing, fecal, blood, and urine, we had paperwork to fill out. So what animal we had, what we found, all that great stuff. So the class was kind of hard. I actually made cheat sheets for myself for all the endoparasites with their genus and species name and their common name with pictures because you had to identify by just looking at the microscope what it was. And of course the sizes. So some endoparasites look the same, but they have different sizes. So that was hard. Ectoparasites were a lot easier. I think the only problem I had was distinguishing the ticks, but I finally found a way through that. And now I'm taking ClinPath 2, which is just as fun. So then we get to my last class, which is Veterinary Office Procedures 1, which is just going over what we do. So like upfront procedures, talking to clients, body language, dealing with euthanasias, talking about that, because it is a hard subject to go through and to talk about. We did activities, a lot of activities in that class. We actually had a guest speaker to come and talk about rabies from UW, so that was pretty cool. So that was pretty much all of my classes. But also actually for VOP, we actually had to do 10 hours of community service, 5 hours being in our school, and the other 5 being anywhere we could do. So in school, we could do rotations, so like dog walking, cat room, dog room, barn A, barn B, helping out the animal caretakers, being a visitor guide. So when people will come and see the animals, you show the animals to them, be like, hey, this cat, she is such a great cat. We've worked with her personally. She is so lovey and affectionate, and just trying to sell them to try to get adopted. So I mainly did visitor guide and animal care rotation, so I could stay. So after I'd get done class, go down there and do that for a couple hours. And during my second year, I adopted a cat from the program, and that fly is bugging me. I saw her the first day and I fell in love. Her name is Aurora, and she is a Munchkin Calico, and she has 2 different colored eyes, one blue and one green. I fell in love with her, and I talked to my parents. We already have 4 cats already. And I was like, this cat is amazing. She has a Disney name because all my cats are named after Disney, besides Jujubee. And I was crying. I'm like, I love her. I've already met with her, and she connected to me. And my friend was just like, looks like you're her mom now. And I was able to adopt her, and I'm so happy. And I do have pictures of her on my social media on Instagram. So I'll put that, my link for my Instagram down in the description if you ever want to see a picture of her, because I don't want to pick her up because she can get sassy. And she has gained a little bit of weight. And as you can see here, that is from Miss Aurora from trying to trim her nails. But she still is a sweetheart. I'm so grateful that I got to adopt her. And it was just pretty amazing. Another amazing thing this year, we got to work on a canine robot that our program just got. So we were the first people to use it in animal care management too. I think his name is Canine Hero, I think. So you can draw blood, intubate him, take his pulse. It was so cool, and I'm glad that we got the opportunity to do that. I was so excited. And also during my second semester, I actually got a job at a veterinary clinic. And that has been a lot of fun. I've made so many new friends at the clinic, and they're so understanding that I'm a student and that I am learning. And I've learned so much there, and I'm applying it at school. So that is so good. I'll make a separate video about what it's like going to school and working at a vet clinic at the same time. And I will also make a video about how my internship went, both my large and small. So, yeah. So I've already started my second year, And I'm already counting the down days to graduation. So, I don't know when the next video is going to be, depending on my school schedule, work schedule, whatever that may be. But if you want to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.